Once again, we're on the road, heading up north. But before we get into what this video is all about, it's... Camp set up. It's real easy. You've seen it before. Let's get at it. Morning. Let's see what it's like outside, I guess. Oh. Drink the air. Doesn't work yet. Haven't had breakfast, obviously. And so that's the next step. Breakfast. Pancakes and eggs, like usual. Well, usual for me anyways. And nice day so far. Let's go make the most of it, even though it's like past 10 o'clock. Okay, while the fire heats up, I'm gonna go change, then we'll make breakfast, then head on the bike.
Let's get at it.
So good. As you might have seen from my last video, my bike chain snapped last time out riding. The new chain hasn't come in, so I had to do a chain break, lose a link. That's not the concern. The concern is that there's other links that are weak. So if I get, 2, 3, 4 kilometers out, chain snaps, I gotta be prepared for that. So first things first, we're gonna try to check out Stubbs Falls. Then we're gonna loop back and do around Arrowhead. After that, we're gonna do around Mayflower. We'll see what time it is, dinner-wise and all that. Might do that one after dinner, but let's get at it. This is a great waterfall. Honestly, it's worth the trip just for this. I could sit here all day. I gotta get going, a couple more loops to do. So I'm gonna get back to the bike and we're gonna go on with it. Let's go get it. Okay, so that was Stubbs Falls. Now we're gonna get to Arrowhead Loop counterclockwise. Probably catch some fishing spots on the way around. We'll see. Again, I don't know this loop. The last time I was here, like 10 years ago, all we did was fish. We didn't actually do any trails. So anxious to see what's out there, so let's get at it. As expected, it's very just smooth trail, easy for walkers. Don't really need a downhill or XC or trail bike for this. But I would say like definitely a gravel bike would be probably your best bet. I'm still going to be careful of that chain though. We keep getting visions of getting halfway around the lake and then snap. Hi there! We just passed a trail. It's called Beaver Meadow. Don't know if it's actually got anything worthwhile. Now, if this doesn't scream time for a snack, I don't know what does. As it looks, this trail gets pretty rutted up. I think it's going to be a little hard going through all that. So we're going to turn back, head back to the main trail, and see what else we can find. I don't even know if this is a trail or not. Okay, pretty sure this goes nowhere, but I'll check it out anyways, because why not? Yeah, oh. Ready? Gross money. More like an ATV trail, I guess. Huh. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that this trail loops back, connects to the trail we stopped on the Beaver Loop. This goes all the way around that marshland. That's a guess. I'll have to check the maps later on. So we're gonna head back again. A few different things we still gotta hit over at Arrowhead. So let's get back to it. onto it. Let's get at it. Let's go. Okay, so as you can see, the trailhead splits. To the left, you've got the rest of Arrowhead Loop, which takes us back to like the swimming area and back to camp. And then we've got to the right, which will take us back to the roadways and inadvertently to the Lookout Trail. Look out. But before that, we're going to stop at this rest station. So you'd expect, you know, a campsite washroom to be horrible like those vault toilets near my campsite, but I'll tell you, I'm coming here in the middle of the night if I gotta go, because this place is swankier. Now I know this is a one-way trail. I think we go right. I'm fairly certain, but I want to make sure. Let's take a look. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And yes, right is where we got to go. Let's get at it. We're going to do a Mayflower Loop. It might be walking only, so that might not happen. But let's go check out the Mayflower Lake anyways and see what's up. That was fun, right? Too lightly here. Nice and easy, but like I said, no energy left for the downhills. Or uphills. You get my idea. Gotta head back to camp. All I have running off today is 2 pancakes, 2 eggs, and a protein bar, which isn't enough for a full day of riding, any honesty. So what I didn't realize is my battery copped out partway through that ride. So there's sections there I didn't get to capture. But now we're heading back to camp. Gotta get making some burgers. Get some much needed energy back in my system. Real good trails for what was expected here. I've said many times, exhausted, so let's get some dinner started. Last thought on this site here. This is site number 123 in South Lumbee campsite. It's in the northern section of the campground. I think I lucked out here. I don't have any neighbors to the... What direction is this? I didn't have any neighbors to, as facing inward, the left. I had no neighbors on the right, but they were quite far away, and no neighbors behind, so kind of good in that regards. I would definitely come back and use this site again in a heartbeat. Good site, good times. Let's head out.